guys, welcome back. Thank you for being here. Once again, it's tea time. I appreciate you stopping by, hanging out with me. Today we have a little bit of misty morning and some focus combination, because you know I love the bergamot, right? So I just came in from outside and a friend of mine was flying a drone, took some footage of me wandering around, and I want to talk to you a little bit about DJI. And now they're on a blacklist that they weren't on as of, I believe, Friday of last week, which can definitely hurt them in the long run. And I want to talk to you guys about it a little bit because this is a photography channel, a videography channel, and of course a tech channel. All right. I do it all. That's just who I am. So I want to talk to you guys a little bit about this because DJI is basically all three rolled up in one. You do video, you can do some photo. It's definitely tech. And a lot of photographers today are using drones to capture footage that they couldn't get years ago. Especially, there's a lot of folks out there now using DJI when it comes to doing real estate work. All right. Very, very important. Let me bring this mic in a little bit closer. We got that? Are we good? I think we're good. Anyways, guys, so the idea here is that they're being placed on this blacklist. And I was reading through CNBC, MSNBC, Fox, CNN, a bunch of news wires to find out some details about it. And for me, a lot of people, they'll go to one news organization and whatever they say is gold and that's the end of it. I'm the exact opposite. I get my news from everyone, okay? And then distill it myself and then just take from it what I will from here, there, and elsewhere. Because we know the news today is not like the news of Walter Cronkite, where it was just, this is what it is, that's the end of it. Now it's basically commentary. What you hear here on this channel is basically what we're seeing on the news every night. It's not really news anymore. It's kind of like a show. I don't know, like this. Anyways, if you remember, let's say about a year ago or so, a company, a telecom company, a massive telecom company called, I believe it is Huawei, they were put on this blacklist also, and that definitely hurt them a lot because now it was harder for our companies in the U.S. to be able to do business with them. So basically, as of Friday, the U.S. Commerce Department of the United States added, once again, the world's largest drone company, which is DJI. Now, if you don't know it, that's Da-Jiang, I believe. Da-Jiang Innovations is the company, or DJI. Basically, they added them to the economic blacklist, along with AGCU Scientech, China National Scientific Instruments and Materials, and Kuang-Chi Group. They were all added to this blacklist due to, quote, wide-scale human rights abuses within China through abusive genetic collection and analysis or high-technology surveillance. So these companies are all being put onto this blacklist. This blacklist is probably now 80-plus companies deep, maybe even more at this point, along with a ton of subsidiary companies that they have added to it also. Now, China's top chip maker, CMIC, was also added to this blacklist. Now, the action against CMIC stems from China's military civil fusion, or their MCF doctrine, and evidence of activities between CMIC and entities of the Chinese military industrial complex. So what we're seeing is a lot of these companies have direct affiliation with China military. So this is where we're seeing a problem. Now, Commission Secretary Wilbur Ross said that the department would, quote, not allow advanced U.S. technology to help build the military of an increasingly belligerent adversary, meaning China and China's military. Also, Ross said that the government would presumptively deny license to prevent SMIC from accessing technology to produce semiconductors at advanced technology levels. That is 10 nanometers or below. So super small chips, basically. Now, what's also interesting, in an address to the Asia Society on Friday, this is when this all went down, China's State Councilor Wang Yi, who is also the country's foreign minister, noted the expanding list of U.S. sanctions and called on Washington to stop its, quote, arbitrary suppression of Chinese companies. Very interesting. Now, going forward, we're going to see American companies being prohibited to sell technology or parts to DJI in China, while consumers like you and I will most likely find it more difficult to find DJI products. A little bit harder to buy, and most likely the price will probably go up because it's difficult to find. We'll see what ends up happening with that. Now, on Friday at 11:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, that's when this all went down, the U.S. Commerce Department stated that DJI, quote, facilitated the export of items by China that aided repressive regimes around the world, contrary to the U.S. foreign policy interests. So once again, they're getting deeper and deeper into DJI here. All right. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of pieces to the puzzle. There's a lot of moving parts. And like I said, DJI is getting hit pretty hard here, along with a lot of other companies. Now, President Trump has been cracking down on Chinese companies for a couple of years now. This is nothing new. And any company that seems to be doing anything a little bit shady, let's say, American companies are not allowed to sell to them, period. Or if that company is in direct association with the China military, they're definitely not able to do business with them, period. Now, what I find very strange here is that in November, the U.S. Department of Interior moved to ground its fleets of around 800 drones. Now, what is going on here? It says in May, the Department of Homeland Security stated that, quote, they have strong concerns about the security of data collected from the use of DJI drones. Well, what the hell are you doing? If you are the U.S. government, why would you use basically a Chinese military drone? I mean, what the hell? Now, between you and me and a lamp pole, does that make any sense at all? Now, what's even more strange is we see that there are now some U.S.-based drone manufacturers like Parrot and like Skydio. Now, they're here in the U.S., right? So the government could buy from them, but for some reason, the National Defense Authorization Act that would have banned the U.S. agencies from using federal funding, from purchasing Chinese drone technology, was rejected early this month. How in the hell is that? So Homeland Security says, holy crap, what the hell are we doing? They ground like 800 drones and say, no, we're not using DJI drones in the U.S. government anymore. They understand that this could be a problem as far as getting their data being leaked back to the Chinese military using the drones. And then they don't pass this National Defense Authorization Act that's basically forces the federal government not to purchase Chinese manufactured drones. Like, what? When I read this stuff, I'm like, is this like surreal? Like, I never understand, like, what goes on. Now, remember, I'm getting this data from a lot of different sources. It's not just like one. It's a lot of different sources. So what I'm telling you is pretty, I would say, accurate based on multi-source. Okay? So, I mean, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense why you would, in the first place, use all of these drones for U.S. military use and you would buy them from China. It's kind of like what, you let the fox into your hen house and say, you know what, Mr. Fox, only eat one. Like, really? What the hell is that? Only eat one? It's not going to happen. You're letting them in. Once they're in, they're in. So I have a couple of questions for you. Should the U.S. blacklist companies like DJI for, as they say, wide-scale human rights abuses with China through abusive genetic collection and analysis or high-tech surveillance? Should that be the case? Also, should the U.S. government use DJI drones anyways? Should they use those drones? Should they have ever used those 800 drones? I want to know from you. I mean, to me, I think it's ludicrous, but I don't know. Maybe I'm lost. I really don't know. And finally, the big question is do you think that it's going to be more difficult to get DJI products in the U.S. in the future? To me, I would have to say probably yes, but I want to know what your thoughts are. Now, in January, most likely I'm going to take on another project. My project from the previous month was that arcade machine over there that I showed you guys. Now, the new project is probably going to be building a race drone, because I love drone technology. I'm not talking about drones that you just use for cinematic landscape work or if you want to take like real estate shots. I'm talking about like speed race drones, the 5-inch, just badass drones. So I think I'm going to build one, and I'm going to take you guys probably with me along that project and show you how it's done. Now, the thing is, digital, if you want to use digital goggles, there's not a lot of options out there. You're going to use DJI. Now, those goggles are $500 to $600. They're not cheap, but there's nowhere else to get them, technically. So we're going to see what happens in January when I build this thing. Are we going to have to use alternate parts because of this sanctions that are going on? And now that DJI is on that blacklist, we will soon see. But like I said, I think that this is very interesting and kind of crazy at the same time. Going through all this information makes me wonder what the hell is going on with our federal government. Okay? What the hell? I mean, do all countries do this kind of stupidity? I don't know. I mean, I'm in the U.S. I'm a U.S. citizen. I've been here forever. My ancestors have all come from Europe. So I have relatives in Europe, and I kind of know what goes on over there, but I know more of what goes on here in the USA. And God, I mean, just kind of stupid. Anyways, guys, I want to hear your thoughts. Let me know what you think. Before I go, I want to say that if you haven't downloaded my ebook, go check it out. Go download it over at JCristina.com/ebook. Once again, JCristina.com/ebook. 10 tips of making tack sharp images. Go grab it. It's free. Also, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, why the hell not? Subscribe to the channel. It's free also. I've got like 450 videos, I think, on this channel now. Check them out. If you like any of them, throw the videos a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and if you want to contribute to the channel, below every video, there's a little join button. Join and become a member. That would be absolutely awesome. And for $1, $2, $5, whatever you want to contribute, you can help out me and the channel make more content. Also, if you haven't joined our creative community as of yet, do so. Go over to community.JCristina.com. Once again, community.JCristina.com. It's a perfect place to join people like us, right? Tech heads, video guys, photo people, all in one spot and be able to communicate back and forth. There's awesome people over there with a ton of knowledge that want to freely share it with you. So go join. And finally, head over to my website, JCristina.com, where you can find all the photography tools I've invented for you and me over the years, and hopefully there's something there that you might like. And if there is, please pick it up and support me and my family. That would be awesome. And right now, use promo code YT30 at checkout. Simply be a subscriber, use promo code YT30 at checkout, and you'll get 30% off everything that's in your shopping cart. Doesn't matter if it's some of my teas, a focus pyramid, a PRT, a photo reference tool, some of my lens cleaning kits, as well as my sensor cleaning kits, the Aurora Camera Care. Anyways, this was Vlogmas number 12. Many blessings to you and your family. Stay safe, stay healthy, and happy holidays.
Woo! That was scary.
How does it look up there?
That was scary.
Was it?
Getting close to you? Oh boy. It's the closest I've ever come to a human.
It's all right.
I'm telling you that after the fact.
Yeah. I felt confident though. I knew you weren't going to kill me. You're good.